Welcome back, fellow cardboarders, and a happy new Gregorian year to you. We are starting 2024 strong with 2 letters, continuing our quest for cube by accumulating more cards for our vintage set cubes. And this time we have a very special guest here who sent me some cards, who has been in the top 4 of a MtG World Championship. Watch till the end of the video to find out about the 500 subscriber party we're doing and how you can be part of it. Without further ado, let's hit into the letters and the segment for today. This is Quest for Cube, and we are opening 2 letters here, each with about a value of around $100 in cardboard rectangles. The first letter here is from a bigger seller on Cardmarket, while the second one is from Wolfgang Eder, who allowed me to use his name in this video and who was the quarter-finalist of 2003. And Wizards of the Coast back then actually created these WCD decks, these World Championship decks, with the gold border and the little signature on them, which were just a collectible thing. But today some are actually having some chase cards like the Gaia's Cradle. And Wolfgang played the red and black Goblin deck, which you can actually still purchase online from people who still have these decks. We wrote a little back and forth, haggling about the price of the cards, but more on Wolfgang in a second. Let's first put this aside here and look at the first letter. Still trying to finish out my Legends set. As you know, on this channel I already finished my The Dark set cube and am now finishing out my Legends set. I think most of the commons I now have, and only some uncommons are missing, as well as, well, the most expensive rares. So my plan for now is to chuck away the less expensive cards and from time to time buy myself a bigger, more expensive card. Got this Tokyo MtG here if you want to buy from them. If you're content with the card condition, maybe you want to look at their product they're offering. Don't forget to use CardboardTutor as your referral. But now let's look at this wonderful Acid Rain here. This one was quite expensive in the year 2020, 2021, when everyone bought into reserved list cards. This one looks really nice. Was stated as LP, and yeah, I'm really content with this one. Has some scratches here, some deeper ones, but I'm really content, very nice. And most of these reserved list cards now are getting cheaper and cheaper and more affordable therefore. So if you've been looking towards buying some of the more expensive reserved list cards, the prices have come down quite a bit. This is one of the ATOC variants. I will show the normal one on the screen and you can pause the video for a sec if you see the difference. The difference here is a little X in the background, and some people pay a little more for this variant, but in my eyes it's so tiny you don't even really notice if you don't know if it's there. Let me know in the comments if you saw that. Other than that, another ATOG, I think I need like 12 or so. I'll show it down here in the corner. Primordial Ooze. We're going through the uncommons of this set now and starting to finish out these, and at some point I will only have rares left to collect. The set cube is totally playable already. The Johann here, another rare. Oh yeah, that is quite used and has a little bend up here. This one was stated as played. I mean, it is used. I would have stated it as poor since it is bent in the corner up here. But I think it's still playable for me. Yeah, I'll try it in the translucent Dragon Shield sleeves, which I like to use for the set cube, and see if they look marked. Very nice, very beautiful cards, beautiful art here by Richard Kane Ferguson. Very nice. Got a Quay here. Mountain Stronghold. And I bought 2 Avenging Hunters in foil since these were relatively cheap. And I really enjoy how the Swella Pauper deck turned out, which I built. And I wanted to bling it out a little. And lastly, we get a Wall of Putrid Flesh. Very nice. Let's put these aside here, so we have some more space for the second order. And let's see what Wolfgang Eder sent us in his letter. We chatted a little, bartered a little about the price. I didn't even notice who I was talking to until he told me who he was. Is there something else? It's a really heavy letter in here. Very nice. And he told me who he was. In 2003, I wasn't really paying attention to World Championship decks or players. Even today, I'm not. I don't know who the World Champion is in, I don't know, 2020 or whatever. But it was really nice to talk to someone famous in the MTG history. It was really friendly. We settled on a price, and I got some more cards from my set cubes. By the way, if you're wondering what he's up to these days, he doesn't really have much time for playing MTG. He wrote me that from time to time he plays Magic like 3 or 4 times a year, maybe a pre-release or a sealed with friends from time to time. But other than that, he's focusing on family and job these days, so not much time for MTG for him. Got some Cursed Rack for the Antiquities set cube, which I already accumulated quite some cards now and should be playable with a couple of players. Rocket Launcher, really nice combo piece if you've got infinite mana, and a wonderful win con in pre-modern commander decks if you want to play that. I play that in my Hana pre-modern commander deck. We got a Ragnar here. Let's look at the condition for a sec. Yeah, that looks nice. Some minor scratches, some dent up here, but other than that, really nice. And I will cherish it in my set cube. And then we got another heavy hitter, the Willer Satyr. Very nice card. Yeah, some scratches, but all in all, really clean card. Really nice. Thanks Wolfgang for getting me those pieces here, sending them to me. Glad we agreed on a price. So yeah, all in all, really nice rares I added to my collection here. Really happy to be able to add them to my Legends set cube. Now at the beginning of the video I stated that there would be some little celebration of the 500 subscriber mark we reached before the end of 2023. Which was the channel goal, to reach this milestone before the end of the year. And I wanted to celebrate this milestone with you, the viewers, by playing a round of Commander with you. I don't have a date in mind yet, probably some weekend, some upcoming weekend, probably a Saturday, but I will also upload a poll so you can vote which date would fit the best for you. I've actually never used Spell Table yet, so I will do that in the next upcoming days as well. I'll look if I'm able to stream those games or record them and upload them later. Look how everything works. And the idea would be that some of you who have the time can play against or with me in a multiplayer game. I would also love to get to know some of you. It'll be a casual and not too sweaty round. You know my decks on the channel. I do have stronger decks, but nothing too competitive. But of course, if you want to take out your most competitive decks, we are probably gonna see you as the arch enemy at the table and try to team up against you. So yeah, let me know what you think about this idea. As I said, there will be a poll so that we can find a date together. I wish you a wonderful start into the new year 2024, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.